Howdy and welcome back to the channel. I'm Country Boy and I put the sass in Sarsaparilla. And today we're going to be finishing off the first wave of the Indiana Jones Adventure Series figures. I already opened up Arnold, Toht, and Indiana Jones, so I got that part of the artifact put together, the Ark of the Covenant. So I got 3 more figures to open up to finish off the Ark of the Covenant and, just round out that first wave of the Indiana Jones figures. So without further ado, who are we going to be opening up? Right here. We're opening up Sallah. That's Indiana Jones's buddy. He helps him discover the Ark and helps him dig it up, and he's just an awesome character all around. And then we also got Marion, who's obviously Indiana Jones's love interest in the movie, and she's reoccurred in the movies more than once, I guess. You could say she's been in more than one Indiana Jones movie, so love this character. Can't wait to open her up. And then the evil bad guy of the movie, Rene Belloq, in his ceremonial garb, if you will. So the end of the movie, when he wears a ceremonial outfit, that's what he wears to open up the Ark, and then you know what happens from there. So I guess without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging. All right, for the first packaging we'll be looking at Sallah, who is a great character. I loved him in Raiders of the Lost Ark. I loved him in The Last Crusade. And again, I don't know if you knew this, but he's also in the Dial of Destiny. That's not a spoiler. He was also in the trailers. So don't at me if you don't like that I said that he's in the Dial of Destiny, because it was obvious that he was in there. He was in the trailers. So anyways, this is his box. Obviously, it's a pre-rendering image of him, not an actual image of the figure itself, but that's basically what we're going to be getting inside here. Also, another little image of him on the side, which I do appreciate. It kind of reminds me of the old school posters and whatnot. And then you kind of see like the dotted lines and stuff, kind of like showing like the maps. In every Indiana Jones movie, they was always globe-trotting from here to there, and they would always have a map showing where they're going. Pretty cool. I like that. Got the build an artifact symbol right there. We know it's the Ark of the Covenant because I've already got parts of it built already with my Indiana Jones and my Toht. So look at the side here, and there's the other characters in this line. So obviously Sallah, Indy, Marion, Belloq, and Toht. So there's the artifact itself. There's another image of pre-rendering of the image, of the figure, I should say. Man, I can't talk. And then another that shows you what comes in the box with Sallah as well. And then another image of Sallah himself, similar to what he would be on the poster. Not exactly from the poster, but similar painting and drawing, if not. And then right down there, you see them pulling the Ark out of the box itself. And then I'll show you the top, which is a whole lot of nothing. And then on the bottom, there's some stuff you can read there. Go right ahead. Freeze frame if you want to. I will not read that for you. But that's that's going to be the box art for Sallah. Next up, we'll look at Marion. And so next, here we are with Marion Ravenwood, it says right there. She obviously comes with a monkey. It looks like that's pretty cool. Again, pre-rendered images, not actual images of the figure itself. Build an artifact, more images of her from the movie. Looks pretty cool. Then there's obviously, again, the same figures that I just said that are in this line as well, and the artifact. And then there's more of Marion right there, as well as a frying pan you can see that she comes with. Look at that. And then, there's not too much more other than some credits down there if you want to read. And then the cool art on the side. I do like this art on the side. I wish there was a little more of this stuff. It'd be kind of cool, kind of line them all up next to each other. I wonder if they'll, looks like a nice, cool mural. Probably not, but I mean, I do like the way these look. They're really cool. And then, like I said, top, nothing, bottom, not a whole lot of nothing, but you can read that if you want to. So then next up, we're going to look at Rene Belloq and see how he fares with everything. Here we are with Rene Belloq, the ceremonial version of him. Because I guess there is a regular version you can get with his like white outfit that he wears throughout majority of the movie with the white hat and whatnot. I don't know if I'll be getting that one. I kind of just wanted one version of him. I don't really need both. We'll see if it's on sale or something. Maybe I'll get that one as well too. But this is a pretty cool looking figure. Well, the figure I don't know, but from what I can see here, the art is pretty cool. I like that it comes with that staff, and again, more images of him, the artifact, and then obviously same guys on the side and on the back, another image of him, and I guess he just comes with the one thing plus the artifact pieces. And another really cool. I really love these paintings or drawings, what have you. The artwork on the side, I really like these. These are really well done, really cool. And then the top. And then the bottom. So that's going to do it for looking at the boxes. Next, there's nothing left to do but to get into the packaging. And so here we have Sallah out of the packaging. And I'm liking this figure quite a bit. You know, I might be misremembering Indiana Jones and Toht. I really like those figures too, but I think I like this guy maybe a little bit more even. We'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong. I might be misremembering things. I'll compare those figures at the end of the video here. But let's look at some of his artifacts, but let's look at some of his accessories. There's a bundle of rope, which is reminiscent of the moment in the movie when they have to lower Indy into the old temple, I guess, or the old or they're in Egypt, so I guess it'd be a pyramid. Where they find the spot where he has to put the staff of Ra and find where the artifact is buried. So that's what the rope would be for. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Just white, off-white rope. It's got, the threads going on here. And it's kind of a simple looking thing, but it does the job. And then we also come with this shovel, which is also reminiscent of a similar moment in the movie where they're digging for the actual hole for going into the Ark to find the actual Ark itself. Oh my goodness. My wording is horrible. This is the shovel that they use to dig in the desert. There you go. Simple as that. It's a simple looking shovel, nothing too fancy. Got the silver spade at the bottom, and then you got like the wooden handle. So very simple. And then his parts of the Ark are right here. They are the top, which is right here. This is the top of the Ark. Got the cool kind of filigree going around. It doesn't have the birds on top, but it's got the cool, it's the lid, I guess, the lid of the Ark, you could say. And then he's also got the bottom of the Ark, which has the foot pedal or the footholds, the stand for it to sit on. So that's the parts of the Ark that he comes with. So now, I guess, without further ado, let's get to looking at Sallah himself. I like the colors. This definitely looks like a Sallah's robe that he wears in the movie. It got a bit of dirt to it. It's got some patterning there, kind of cool. Also, even with his what do you call it on top of his head? Turban, I guess, on his turban. Yeah, it's got some patterning there too. You can see like the discoloration and whatnot, like he's dirty and whatnot. That's pretty cool. I really like that. Also got this vest you can technically take off if you wanted to. It does open it up. It's not like cloth goods or anything like that, but it is loose enough that you could take it off if you really wanted to. And then his face, it definitely looks like a Sallah type face. He does suffer a little bit from that glossiness that I didn't like on my Indiana Jones figure. It looked like he had kind of a greasy face, but it's not nearly as bad. It's definitely a lot more less, I guess you could say, a lot less noticeable, you could say. But yeah, it's kind of like Sallah's face. Doesn't that look like Sallah from the movie? Let's take a look at that. I'll put an image right next to him. That looks like Sallah, right? Pretty cool. Yeah, it's really neat. His head goes all the way around if you want it to. And then also his robe does open up kind of on the sides. So if you need to pose him a little more, you can totally do that. It doesn't hinder you too much. So it does, and it is flexible too. It's a flexible, softer plastic. So let's look at some articulation, I suppose. I did the head already. Then he also tilts left and right pretty good, and rocks back and forward. The arms go up yay far, and then they bend in about that far, which is over 90 degrees, which is pretty good actually. And then his hand rotates all the way around, and you can't really bend it forward and back too much because it got the hindrance of the sleeves here. But I guess he doesn't really have. He's got a waist cut, so you can twist him all the way around if you want to. But there's no like an ab crunch or anything like that. Oh, actually, there's a bit of an ab crunch. He kind of bends forward, so he does bend forward. Look at that. Sorry, I apologize. I was incorrect there. Pretty cool. So he does have pretty good ab movement. And then the legs, I'll have to move his robe a little bit, show you how his legs work. So the knees go that far, more than 9 degrees. It's pretty darn good. That's impressive. And then the feet. Got like a ratcheted joint, and they go back that far, and they go up that far. So pretty good. He's got decent articulation for a dude you wouldn't think that would be too acrobatic or anything like that. I'm really liking the way this figure looks. I'm quite happy with him. So I guess next up we'll do another figure, and that will be Marion Ravenwood. And then here we have Marion Ravenwood, who honestly I felt her in the hand. She felt really good too. Like these figures feel solid. I'm really liking the way that they made these figures. They feel like they're strong and they got some heft to them. I'm really liking the way that they feel. So let's look at some of the accessories that she comes with, which is this frying pan, which is a classic scene where she's being chased, or her and Indy are being chased. And she knocks the one guy out. You know, she goes into the door, and then you just hear bong, and then you just see the guy flop out of the door. Classic comedic scene right there. And then another part of that scene was also this monkey, which she was, befriended earlier in the movie, and then the little jerk came and ratted her out. She was hiding inside that basket. So she comes with this monkey, which I believe you can put on her shoulder, which I can do maybe a little bit later on, but right now I'll just kind of have him just off to the side. I don't know if he's posable at all. Oh yeah, look, his tail does pose, so I can put his tail up so he can kind of maybe sit by himself, maybe. Oh yeah, there he sits better. That works. So yeah, he's a cute little guy. Got the little red vest on, like a performing monkey. Does his head turn? Oh, his head even turns too. Look at that. I thought he was static, but he totally moves. Must have a ball peg or something going on there. Shoulders, arms. Oh my goodness. He's got all sorts of articulation. I did not expect that. That's not something I thought that would happen. That's cool. That's better than I expected he'd be. And then she also comes with this part of the arc, which is two sides. It's one end and then one side, which I believe Arnold Toht came with the other ones like this, the front and the side. So yeah, pretty simple. You got kind of a design there with like lightning and mountains and I guess it'd be clouds and whatnot. So yeah, that's what this is. Is it upside down? Do I have it upside down? I think that was upside down. Yeah. Okay. So that's what she comes with for the artifact. Let's take a look at her herself. Definitely looks similar to Marion from the movie. I do like the way they did her. She does have almost like a smirk on her face. You can see the wrinkles in her and the lines on her face. She's kind of a smart ass and a tough girl. She can handle her own. But yeah, look at even the design on her shirt there. Really cool. And then the pants, got the red pants, not quite bell bottoms, but I guess they're of the times. But something's a little weird is her feet. These are actually supposed to be they're almost like cankles the way it looks in these shoes. But I mean, I don't know how you get away from that when you're putting a figure together like this. It's gonna be hard to do toes and feet and make them look good. So yeah, it looks a little bit odd that that's her feet, but what are you gonna do? That's what she wore in the movie. So for articulation, her head, you can turn it all the way around if you want to, but the hair does get in the way because it's right there. It's static, and then it goes forward like that and backward like that. Tilt left and right, not too much because obviously the hair definitely gets in the way. Arms go up like that, and then they bend in about that far, so almost 9 degrees. I think Sallah had a little bit more. Her hands can go all the way around, and you do get better wrist movement with her hands because she doesn't have the sleeves that Sallah had. And then let's see what she has for waist rotation all the way. Look at that, easy swivel. And then I don't know if she has much of a crunch there. There's a bit of a movement you can see here, go back and forward, but not too much. And then her legs, let's see if she can do the splits. Not too bad, pretty good. And then she's also got the thigh cut up here, so she can twist all the way there. And then you got the knees, they go like that. And then the feet, I was just showing you, they go back about that far. They can't go too much further because they get kind of hindered by the bottom of the pants, and then they go forward that far, which looks weird because I got her leg twisted. But yeah, that's basically her in a nutshell, what she can do, what she looks like. I like the way she looks. I wouldn't be surprised if they come up with another version of her with the white dress that she wears that Belloq gives to her because he's got a crush on her. But yeah, I do like this version. I don't know if I would get the white dress version since I have this one. So next up, we will do Rene Belloq, and we'll see how he fares with everybody else. And lastly, but not least, or maybe least because he's a jerk and he's the bad guy in the movie, we have Rene Belloq, who I think he looks pretty cool. I like the way that these figures are looking. I'm really happy with them. I'm really happy with the way they feel and the way they look. But before I get to looking at the actual figure, let's look at his accessories, which is this guy right here. It's this big old staff that he comes with. It's got a bunch of ram's heads on it. It's got 3 ram's heads if you go all the way around. I didn't realize that he had 3 different ram's heads on this thing. I thought it was just one singular one, but I guess not. So it's got gold look to it, and then it's got the white, almost like ivory looking handle, and then more gold at the bottom right there. And then the other accessory he comes with is part of the artifact. So these are the 2 poles that you would put to the side of into the sides of the artifact to lift it up and carry it and whatnot. Some assembly required, so it actually came in 6 different pieces, so you had to put them together. So yeah, you can see kind of comes out like that, and you slot these in, and then you got yourself your pole. So it's pretty tall. It's bigger than Rene himself, but you know, that's the last pieces that I need for my artifact. Now let's look at the figure himself. Looking cool. Looks like Rene Belloq. He's got that, you know, stoic, stern look to him right there. You know, they could have totally went with like a scared look, or they could have even given like the secondary head where, well, I guess it's not like Toht where his head was melting at the end of the movie. Technically, I guess his head just kind of exploded. I don't know how you would do an exploding head on a figure. Just a bunch of shrapnel flying off the neck, I guess. That'd be pretty nasty. But no, it looks really cool. I like this chest piece here with the different colors and whatnot going on. Everything. You got the cool turban on the top of the head there. Beautiful blue eyes. Yeah, it looks really cool. The awesome long gown. Got like 3 different layers going on. You got like the checkered with the red and white, with the light brown, then the darker brown at the bottom there. Really cool. And then similar to Sallah, it opens up in the side there if you need to do more posing and whatnot. I'll show you some articulation here while we're at it. Head goes all the way around, goes forward about that far, and backwards. Let's get that out of the way. Backwards about that far, and then head tilts. Oh, quite well left and right. Wow, well done. And then the arm goes up like that, bends at the elbow. That's the best bend so far, I think. Wow, good job, Rene. And then the arm, the wrist goes all the way around quite well. And then again, just like Sallah, the sleeves kind of get in the way of the moving the wrist, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. And then you do have a whole waist rotation if you want to, you know, change his direction. And then he does bend forward a bit and backwards a little bit if you want to. And let's see what he does for his legs. Let's see what kind of knee. Look at that kick. He goes up quite a ways, man. He's got really good articulation for a guy you wouldn't think would need it. And then the feet are, you can't really do too much with the feet because the cuffs of the pants definitely get in the way, but you can move them back a little bit and forward a little bit. So very, very subtle, but it's there. But yeah, that's going to be his articulation. It's decent. It's actually a little better than I would have expected for a guy wearing a big ceremonial gown. So that's going to do it for looking at the individual figures themselves. Next, I'll put all the figures together and we'll compare them with Indiana Jones and Toht as well. So stay tuned for that. Okay, and here are the 3 figures that we just opened. Sallah, Marion, and Rene Belloq. They all look really cool together. I was actually impressed with all of them, actually. They all felt really good in hand. They all looked really good. They had decent detail. You know, they're not going to get like the hyper detail, realistic stuff like you're going to get with a NECA, or even the more like Hot Toys, high-end stuff. But for what you're going to get from Hasbro, this is actually quite good. I was very happy with how they turned out. And I figured I'd throw in the other figures that I have in here as well, too, with this line. Here comes Indiana Jones as well in the background here. And then I'll throw in Arnold Toht as well, too. Gotta toss these guys in here. Gotta show you the whole wave. Everything really looking really cool. Oh, I guess there's one more thing I gotta toss in here. It's this right here. Ark of the Covenant. Really cool. I got it all put together. All the pieces were there. I'm happy with this. This is a really cool line, and I'm glad that I'm going to be continuing to collect this line. Maybe not every figure, but I'll pick and choose which ones I want. But I am looking forward to all the other ones, like from the Temple of Doom and from Last Crusade. And I know there's some from the new movie Doll of Destiny. I don't know if there's any going to be coming from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But, you know, that's not going to break my heart if there isn't any. That's not too bad. But I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like Indiana Jones. I love Indiana Jones. I don't know if you knew that. But, yeah, go ahead and give me a like, a subscribe. I'm CountryBoy9 with an underscore in there somewheres. I also do other videos with my friends called Wasted Opinions. Those guys are awesome, so check them out. So that's going to do it for this video. I guess there's nothing left to do but to see what's in this box right here. I'm curious. Let's just take a quick peek anyways. Let's just see what there is. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Ah! And don't forget to check me out on Twitter, PSN, Twitch, and YouTube at countryboy9. That's with an underscore. Thanks for watching.